Hello and welcome to Staying Up with Cami and Taryn. I'm Cami.
I'm Taryn, and every night you and me get to have a sleepover, but every week we invite you to join us.
Yeah.
Thanks for staying up.
You look so cute.
Do I?
Yeah, you look like a little baby.
You know what's funny?
I love when you have little curly cues coming out here.
If you're watching on video, I have little curly cues and you can see them. If you're not watching on videos, I have little curly cues and they're perfect.
And you can see them. And you can't see them.
You know, when I wear...
You have a hole in your leggings.
Yeah.
And I must say, one of your...
Oh, my
ins or
outs was a hole.
Yeah, you were supposed to get rid of stuff you had holes in.
I was going to tell you, though, that when I have my like yoga pants tucked into socks,
Yeah.
I feel like a ballerina in a bad way.
In a bad way?
Yeah, like
I think it's cute.
It's this.
I love it.
It feels very like I just got done on the
bar.
bar.
You just like took your point shoes off.
Yeah. And like
I have no
underneath-
socks on, so you're welcome, feet people.
Phoebe's.
I should charge for this episode.
Mummy's all right. Daddy's all right. Must be a little.
If we still don't know the words,
We tried to sing it before, but
Taryn sang it for our little mic check in the beginning, but
wait,
I literally have no idea how that song goes.
honey, what if?
Oh, I was really impressed that you knew all the words to the theme song of The Bear last night.
What was the theme song?
I can't remember what it's like. A song. It's like I don't.
You know what,
remember.
honey? I didn't.
You did. Oh, you were reading. We had the subtitle.
We had the subtitles on. You know what's so funny?
But you knew the song, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't realize I knew the song.
Oh, it was Sufjan. It was
Yeah.
just a song on the episode.
Oh.
All things go.
All
Drove to
things go.
Chicago.
But it was do they have a different song every time? It was with the little
Heck if I know.
what are those
honey.
called when it's like
Credits?
directed by? Yeah,
Heard
like
of
the
them?
the opening credit.
Yeah. No, what's funny is like I probably do know 90% of those lyrics. Yeah, so I do. But I knew that you were liking it when I was singing.
I was liking it. I was like, get it, baby.
We've just had a week. But Cam was like cuddled up on me yesterday after we had gotten at TIFF, so it was like very cute and
Yeah, Taryn's not feeling well still.
yeah.
I randomly had like a 12-hour stomach virus yesterday.
It was weird. But anyway, we were cuddled up and it was very sweet. And then I was just like singing a little song while we were watching the bear. And I
was like, oh my god,
she was
so cute.
watching me.
This is so cute.
Singing is so vulnerable.
Singing is so silly and sweet.
Like when you sing in the car and I know that you're really singing, I'm like, she's doing it.
What?
It's like so vulnerable and cute. Like I feel so safe and close to you when you sing.
That's cute.
Didn't you feel that last night when I was singing?
I did feel that last night.
It's like she's just like
Vibing.
being her true self. Like as if
when
no
did
one's
humans
around.
discover that they could sing for the first time? You know what I mean? Like, who was the first song? It reminds me of the TikToks when the girl like figures out she can tap dance. I gotta call you back. Like someone was like speaking like caveman. They're like, me go to the park. And then they were like, woo.
Me go to the park. I'm not sure that was the vibe back then. It was probably like me hungry.
Yeah, beautiful.
I think I experienced depression for the first time.
What
this
a
last
segue.
week. I just have been really down and out. You guys, January is not my month. I've said that to start every epi.
Oh, it's made me really sad for you.
And
I kind of feel like you sucked out my depression. Like I always say when you're feeling sad or down, I'm like, I wish I could just like take it out of you and take it on for you.
yeah,
But I think you did that for me because
Wait.
I've been vibing.
this is my selfless act. I did do that.
You did it.
When you were sleeping like
You
a
went-
week ago.
You said, come little children.
Whoa.
You know, on Hocus Pocus where they suck the souls
No,
out
baby,
of the kids.
we forget. I've never seen Hocus Pocus. I've never seen Hocus Pocus.
Baby, what?
I don't
the
want to see it either.
Okay, yeah, you must.
It's Thackeray. I've heard all about it.
Thackeray Banks.
Thackeray
No,
Banks.
you must. But the problem is now we have to wait until like next Halloween because I think you'll enjoy it more for like in the vibes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly not watching it in February. I'm not gonna Hocus Pocus by February.
Fuck. Okay. Well, I'll see you in October.
I don't want to. You'll see me in October.
Well, like I'll see you throughout that, but we will rediscuss this.
Any hoodlum, I feel like I felt it for the first time, like last.
I
week.
saw it in your eyes. You
You
felt
saw
it.
nothing in
I was
my
like,
eyes.
Fuck.
Yeah, I just was like, I just felt very low and very like unmotivated and sad and like nothing matters energy.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like so deep end where I was like feeling wild, but like
there's stages to feeling depression. You were in the like nothing's good.
Yeah.
I'm numb. Like, I do feel that if you can feel sadness when you're feeling depressed, that's good.
That's like still something.
Yeah. I'm like, it's very much like the opposite of love is not hate. It's indifference. It's like depression.
God, gorgeous. I love a quote out of nowhere.
Love a quote.
I love that.
But it's kind of that where it's like, it's depression feels kind of like indifference. Like anxiety, I can feel stressed and overwhelmed and sad and oh my God, everything's bad. But depression is like nothingness.
Yeah.
And that's what's crazier. Like I'd
It's
rather
like a pit.
feel sad.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I felt. So anyway, I'm not coming out of it. I'm out of that. I'm out of like how sad I felt.
Yeah.
But I just am like, get January over. It's not it for me.
Yeah.
It's not it.
Need a new fresh start. Well, that's what I was saying when we were doing like New Year's resolutions and ins and out and all that. Like you can't put aggressive pressure on yourself that everything's going to be different and new and fresh. Like
100%.
we are in the dead of winter. It doesn't really make sense for things to change. Use January as like planning and preparation and like being gentle with yourself so that come March, April, you can kind of be like ready
June,
for it.
July, August, even.
Whenever works
September,
for you.
October, November, December.
There's no
so many
timeline on like
options.
making changes. Yeah, I think.
Anyway, so that's where I'm at. That's my big update for everyone.
Yeah. I got bangs. That's my update.
I'm depressed.
Remember that I said my depression's out for the year? It listened and it went inside of Taryn.
Yeah.
Honestly, Taryn keeps
I'll
calling
take
me manic.
Okay.
Which,
Sorry.
sorry.
Like,
That not sorry. Do not cancel her.
please don't cancel me.
No. I talk about how sorry, that was so intense of me.
Wait, it's actually reminding me. I want if you hear things in the background, our neighbors are getting their windows replaced.
Yeah.
And I heard them say the R word yesterday.
So it's what's really
Like
weird
the
when you came and told me
RET.
that. Yeah, like the
I don't want to spell it.
Well, what other R word is there?
I don't know.
Okay,
I
here's the
could
thing.
hear him say, and I wanted to go to the backyard and yell in between the fence and be like, "That is not cool.
Babe, I
that
had a
hasn't been cool for like 20 years."
I had a premonition that I did that before you told me that this happened.
You had a premonition that you did
yeah,
what?
Hold on. I was in the bathroom and I'm getting ready. And they were on their lunch break. They're at like the picnic table in our neighbor's backyard. And they were just being loud. And you know when you can just like tell someone sucks, like just by the tone of their voice? Yeah. I could tell this one guy sucked.
It's one man.
Yeah, I couldn't hear anyone else. I say this one guy, he's loud, he's obnoxious, he's that guy. And I was like, I couldn't hear what they were saying, but I was like, imagine he like, I was thinking like a homophobic slur.
Yeah.
Not thinking he was going R word. And I just envisioned myself like going over there and being like, you guys need to get your workers in line. Like I had this whole like psycho, I'm like banging on the door like, cool. This is so inappropriate. You're next to a school, blah, blah. Like I went off as I'm like doing my blush and like smiling at myself in the mirror.
You're in the window like, hi, boys.
And then I was like, that was a crazy thought that I just had. It did not hear them say anything inappropriate. And then you came upstairs and were like, these guys suck. And I was like, was she in my mind?
Yeah.
And then you told me what you heard and I was like, oh, I was right. I should have gone over there and
it was shocking. And my window is like my window in my basement is like right where they are. So it feels like I'm in their conversation.
Yeah.
And when I heard that word show up,
I haven't heard somebody like genuinely say that word in the longest time that I would have been like, what does that mean? Like I don't know if it would register or if it would cause instant shock.
Anywho, that scared me.
Anyways, these
back to manic. But I don't know how I equated those.
Oh yeah.
I think it was just like I was thinking like it's
he's
a
getting
word.
Canceled. You're getting canceled.
Yeah, but he deserves it. I don't.
Yeah.
I've been saying manic as in,
Is it gonna? Okay, I'm gonna defend you for a second because we all say it. Even our psychologist friend, we all say it about me
We
that
do not have a psychologist friend.
a psychiatrist.
I'm like, you're now lying. I'm canceling you. Even the doctor of Harvard
canceled
Fred.
for lying, Darren. I did read that cancel culture's over, but that's up for another time. Anywho, what was I saying?
Any
Oh
hoodlum.
yeah. Any hoodlum. That does help me get back to
Same.
my thoughts for some
Same.
reason. When I was deeply suffering from my PMDD, and I was talking about how as soon as I'm out of that depression, I have such like a happy spell that I forget it. It's almost how I feel pregnant women probably feel after they have the baby. They forget how hard it was. That's why
They like black out from
yeah,
the
that's why
trauma.
people have more than one kid, because they like don't remember
Fair.
how much it sucks. I had that with my depression, and we were like lightly joking but being serious, like that sounds manic. And now we've kind of just like joked that I'm manic, which it's not being manic is not like a funny thing, but it was a coping mechanism to deal with like, am I potentially manic?
Yeah.
So that was, we were joking about my mental health to not cry about my mental
I don't
health.
think this helps, but that's fine.
Whatever.
We're not cutting it out because we're being honest here.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Listen,
We didn't
I think it's
mean it in a
no,
a way.
it's not against anyone who is manic, but it was like we were worried that I maybe was, and we were trying to make it lighter.
100%. You were acting what people say that are manic. That's what you were
Yeah,
doing.
I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I was explaining it to a friend, and I was like, after I come out of my depression, I feel like I'm on this high, like everything's good. And she was like, well,
yeah,
that does point to signs of manic. I'm not diagnosing you, but it does sound a bit manic.
our psychologist friend.
Our psychologist friend. But I realized it was like hormonal with my period. So I don't think that I am. Maybe I am. Whatever.
Wow,
Who
I wonder
cares?
how many people are misdiagnosed as being manic, but it's just like their hormones are just like being wacky.
Many. Not manic
Are
specifically.
you our psychologist friend?
No, but I do a lot of research on PMDD because when I'm depressed, I'm like sitting there, not on my computer, laying flat in the bed, like typing.
Yeah, I'm like, when are you sat up like that?
Like my search history when I go through my PMDD spells are horrifying.
Yeah.
I won't go into too much detail, but a lot of times I'll be like, is this an ongoing thing? Like, what is happening to me?
Aw.
What is going on? And
God I
so
never see
many
that.
women are misdiagnosed with all kinds of things. There's ADHD doesn't go diagnosed in women until they're older. Depression, like there's just so many things, especially women are kind of taught to like suck it up and deal with it. So a lot of things go misdiagnosed, which is really sad. Such a bummer. So
Anywho,
talk to your doctors. Talk to your friends. But this actually goes really well into like most of my notes for today.
okay.
I am on a reading tear.
Yeah,
I'm already through 2 books. One of my books I read in like 2 days.
Yeah, she's like word mama.
I'm a word mama.
One day I looked over there, she had the thesaurus cracked open. She was like happy, joyful,
Manic.
exuberant. Don't joke about manic. Yeah,
but
but you have been reading like kooky.
Yeah, and our first book that we both read together was The Humans by Matt Haig. I know it. I know authors' names. And
you can read though?
fuck you. I'm word mama. We just established. The fuck?
I'm a word mama.
I'm a word mama. But it's so funny because a lot of times I get so wrapped up in books. Like if it's written in a very specific way, my thoughts are in that specific way for a couple weeks. But this wasn't written in a specific way, but it's from the point of view of an alien, like experiencing humans. So I've been, and I think we've been doing that together, experiencing things and being like, this is so weird.
Good.
And humans are so fucking cute.
Yeah. We're the cutest people that exist.
It's so
because we're literally the only
well that we know of.
Well, we're the only people.
Yeah.
What is a people?
What is a people? A people is a pipi. But we were out to breakfast and we were talking about like, imagine like an alien came down and saw this, and it's just like people all sat around like, we have to eat. They probably have like a pill that they take to get the best nutrients, and we're like eating our meals and we're doing it together, and there's like strangers there and like little kids are running around.
So cute.
And it was just so precious. I was like, what would somebody who doesn't know what's going on think of this situation right now?
And like even coffee, it's like, okay, now I need to take this little juice, this little like murky brown juice that's gonna like
wake me up,
that's gonna like
making my
make me
heart
feel
race.
less tired, but it doesn't actually. It just like, yeah, that is weird.
It's just really sweet, and I don't know, it made me feel really happy, and like humans are adorable. And then I had another moment when somebody pulled up to us and asked for our spot. I
Yeah.
had this happen twice last week. I was trying to record a TikTok and a guy pulled up right next to me. And I am like so mortified to film in public. A guy pulled up to me and asked for my spot, and I was like looking at the camera. I was like, yeah. And I like quickly moved and was praying he didn't see that I was like filming myself.
She was doing a trendy TikTok dance. She had her top
Yeah.
off.
That's literally like what's in my bag in my car. And then on Saturday, we were like pulling up to a coffee shop and we had just parked. And this,
I'm already stressed out about your noises you're going to make with your mouth.
you should
I
be.
know it's coming.
This couple pulled up to us and the driver was a guy. The passenger was a woman or vice versa. I forget. And they both looked at me and like mouthed the exact same way. Hand motions the exact same way. I knew in their car, you couldn't hear it. They weren't like, hey, are you leaving? It was like a, and you have to watch this, but it was like a, just silent, big mouth movements, big hand movements, and identical. I wish I recorded it. And I did it back to them. I was like, no, we just got here. Like I pointed like, sorry, same thing. And then they both were like, okay. And I was dying that I'm like, we all do that every time you ask somebody for your point. You go. And it's like the mouth doesn't even match anything. It's just big.
We're not actually saying words.
Are you?
It's literally
I'm like so sorry. I'm like, should I move?
I'm gonna try.
I'm so sorry for anyone just listening because none of that was funny to you. But I highly recommend going to YouTube right now.
No, honestly, I feel like that's what
I think you get it.
It's like,
yeah, and if you're just listening, like you try it out. You do the hand motions and the mouth and all that, and then
wait, I have something devastating to tell you.
Oh fuck! What?
I didn't tell you.
Oh,
this.
we're supposed to stop saying the F word so much. That was on our outs.
It's on you, girl.
It is on me, right?
Okay. Fuck. So, I had a call the other day.
Okay.
That has taken a bit of my confidence away. And
What
I'm going to tell you about it now.
Oh my God, what?
I spoke to someone that works at a subdivision of Penguin Random House
Yeah.
about like they're like an editor.
Yeah.
And they very gracefully talked me off the ledge of writing a book.
What?
It was crazy.
Okay, wait. Back up. Did you ask for the meeting? Like, why didn't didn't you tell me?
So it happened.
This is so unlike you to not share with me.
Well, because you were feeling really sick and I didn't want to add to it. It was my first day at work and I was already stressed and it was a lot. But
this is shocking.
A friend of ours works for a subset of Penguin Random House that does like Christian books, like religious books. And
did you talk to a religious person?
No.
Okay.
I talked to him and was like, hey, do you know anyone? I want to learn about getting published, what that process is like. I don't know anything. He's like, my division's not going to publish you in any way, basically. He said it nicer than that.
My division hates you
No.
and everything you stand for.
He was just like, let me think of someone that I
would
can
fit, but better fit. Yeah.
He passed me to likely the only queer person in publishing that he knows, which is sweet of him.
Oh, really?
But they are in a
God,
kind of like
turned down by a queer person,
like an ex-evangelical division, like people that are like finding spirituality ish outside of.
That's not what your book's about.
But that's not what happened.
Okay.
I'm just telling you where they're coming from.
I'm so mad at them.
And they were like a young, awesome gay woman.
No, they weren't.
They were. She was perfect. She was amazing.
Okay.
No hard feelings towards her in any way.
I have hard feelings.
I actually really appreciate the conversation that we had. But she basically just like called me out on like my lack of clarity on what I want and what I'm like wanting to do.
Okay.
And it was basically like, first of all, she like walked me through the process and was like, yeah, I mean, I read some of your stuff.
Oh, honey.
Honestly, I'm okay. But she's like, I read some of your stuff. Like some of it, I like get it. I get where you're coming from and I can like see your point and whatever. And you know, other stuff, like it's clear you're still trying to figure out what you're trying to say.
But I feel like that's kind of the charm and the point of your writing is like.
I know, but like it was so.
What did you? I feel like you don't have a poker
brutal that I was like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, and I think, you want to figure, like, I was saying, like, well, basically I write in a lot of different places, and I'm trying to figure out, like, what's the best what a book could look like. And she's like, well, you definitely need to know that. And she's like, but also maybe your writing is better where it is. Like, maybe
that's fair.
She's like, maybe posting things on Instagram is a beautiful and perfect place for it to live. Maybe it wouldn't work in a book. Maybe it like, maybe it's not that interesting here, or it's not meant for this or whatever. And it was just like,
damn,
so
dude.
fair.
Yeah.
And then she was kind of like, if whatever, she basically just like led me down this path of being like, this is like a multi-year tumultuous, like, very intense thing.
Is this what you want to spend your time doing right
that
now?
If you aren't super clear on what you want, and you don't have like a ravenous, like, either desire or following that is like for your writing, it's likely going to lead to heartbreak and kind of not worth the whole experience. And I was just kind of like, sweet, like, gonna close that chapter for a minute. Like,
just from this one conversation,
it wasn't like, don't do it. It was just like, if you're gonna do it, you need to do it well. And from what I'm seeing, like, you look like you're kind of just lost in, like, what if I published a book? What if I went to the moon? What if I like that energy?
All right.
And she was totally honest. Like,
I appreciate that honesty.
Same.
As your wife, I'm pissed.
And then
I'm like, her writing is beautiful and wonderful, and more people need to see it. But I get it from like a publisher perspective. I get it, where it's like, hash this out more. Keep doing what you're doing right now. Keep posting online.
And she's like, and if you plan to use your following as like your marketing engine, like, obviously a lot of that's going to fall on your wife too, which will be draining for her. Like, because if you don't already have demand elsewhere and you're trying to use the reach that you have to like go hard. Like, you're daily posting, trying to get people excited. Then you're daily posting once it's out. Then you're daily posting once it will become your entire personality.
Is this what you want?
Yeah.
Do you want to be like an author instead of just like sharing sweet sentimental stuff online and connecting to people that way?
Yeah. And she shared like an example of a writer that is like a similar vein to me, but it's like way more legit, obviously, and has had multiple books published and stuff. And she was like, their memoirs sell way better than their like essay kind of short thought collections.
Yeah,
and
people
stuff
would
like
rather know, like, they care about you more than the little.
Wait, and the kicker is she goes, like, if you want to self-publish, a lot of people do that. Like, say it's just important for you to have like a book with your name on it that you can give to, your friends and family and just some people around you. Like, if that's enough, then that's awesome. That's still amazing. But like, just a lot of people, that's enough for them. Just like, get it into some hands of the 30 people around them, and they'll feel really.
Well, that I get. And no, like, that I get of like, I think writing has changed so much, and especially like a lot of people do just write online, whether they have a newsletter or do it on socials, where I feel like there's this, it's hard to let go of not having a tangible thing to feel legit, where she's saying like, instead of dedicating years of your life to this, all the marketing time where we're making all these books, you're stressed out that you're not hitting quotas.
Yes.
Just get this made. And then if the demand's there, then you can like move forward. But I think like maybe little essay book, like I feel like we both like those.
Yeah.
But even that, I only know a handful of people.
Totally.
That I'm like, oh, I love. And they're typically like poets.
Yes. And I'm, not that.
So
but.
I get the advice, but.
And then the last bit of this that's going to make you sad is that my profile on Instagram said writer. And I literally went
Honey, no.
after that call.
Baby.
Wait, listen. And this is crazy. I changed it to hot dog joint.
What? Baby, what the fuck? Honey, hot dog joint? Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Why? Is it the first thing you saw? Did you Did you go to do it too? Like, was that planned in your head?
No, I don't remember. Like, you can't really search on like what the like your job titles or whatever
Hot
are
dog
very
joint just
easily.
popped up.
I typed in dog. I typed in dog.
What the fuck?
And then I saw hot dog joint and I was like, that's pretty
funny.
funny. And since I'm so fucking unserious, I'm a hot dog joint.
Honey. That's insane.
Anyway, so I'm no
Okay, you need
longer
to put-
a writer.
You are?
No.
Literally, that's your job. What do you are working?
It's my job at work. It's not like I'm not like a writer in the world, you know. That's done for me for now.
Honey, this year is too much right now.
I think I'm really
You're having like a midlife crisis and it's freaking me out. The fuck? Hot dog joint? Jesus Christ.
Anyway, what else do you want to talk about?
I think we should stop. Jesus.
Would you like ketchup with that?
You sure about that? Okay.
Holy shit.
Well, now that we've talked about how there's queer on queer crime, I'm gonna find this bitch. I hope you're listening. I want to talk about a cute moment that people keep. Taryn's losing it.
I'm good.
Okay, couple breaths.
I'm back.
We're okay. Normally, people assume friends, sisters, cousins, roommates. Yes.
Okay.
All the time. And I'm sure most queer people out there, it's like people will assume you're anything before you are a couple. Like we could be literally like
Brothers.
going out. Yeah. Are y'all brothers? We're like making out and they're like, hi, mom and daughter. Like crazy shit.
Yeah.
But lately people have been assuming we are together.
I haven't noticed that.
And it's the cutest shit ever. It happened twice.
Tell me.
When
Did it?
Yeah, why doesn't it say it?
Why doesn't it say?
Well,
It's
my notes are very confusing. We've already discussed this. So when we bought a new couch recently,
Yes.
and then I got an email from the woman who helped us and was like, it was so wonderful meeting you and your wife.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I never said this was my wife. I didn't introduce her as my wife. And normally you have to spell it out for people.
Yeah.
But we didn't.
She knew.
Literally, so wonderful meeting you and your wife. And I was like, that was amazing. I love that assumption because there's always a risk that you're wrong.
Yeah.
And I feel like people would rather not risk that and be like, that was my roommate. But that's not offensive to be like assumed you are together. I'd be like, oh my God, thank you. But no.
Yeah, that was special.
Yeah. And then we were at breakfast and we were.
I knew you were going to say breakfast. My mind went. Boop.
We
brought.
I think I said it. We were at Bub's and we had like a little reading date. We brought our books. We like got our food, and we weren't like even really chatting much. We were just sat there reading. And our waitress was like, "I love this. How cute! A little reading date. Blah 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 blah." And I was like, oh, "It is a date." I'm
still not convinced that like, if I went out to lunch with my mom or a friend, they would be like, "Ooh, the wine date."
No, it didn't feel like that.
Okay,
she knew.
She was giving queer too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all come from like young. Not queer people. I don't know that either of them are queer, but like young cool people. So I'm assuming they're queer.
That's fair. It did feel good.
Yeah. And I was just like, this is so nice to just be assumed because recently someone also asked if we wanted one check or two. And I was like, what is
3.
this? I hate when people are like, is this together? It's like, yes.
We want 4 checks.
Yeah. I'm like,
Split it up.
We're going to split it and pay it on both of our credit cards that have both of our names on it.
It's $90. Please put $1 on 90 checks. Wait, honey, will you tell them my funny joke about the bear last night and how I made you laugh?
Oh, honey, I don't remember.
Oh no,
I'm sorry.
Oh no,
give me a hint.
We restarted the bear. You were saying, why would anyone want to work in a kitchen?
Oh, and it was cute because we were like kind of at the end of our little tiff too.
Mm-hmm.
And I love a little icebreaker after a fight. And I was like, why would anyone want to work in a kitchen? It looks so stressful. It's like you're up at the crack of dawn. It just looks like the hardest job, and it's like you're not appreciated like you should be. I just couldn't believe that people would like choose that and have this career. Like if you've watched The Bear, the girl in it loves it. I don't know. I just think I'd have a panic attack every day. I have anxiety watching that show. So I was like, oh my God, this looks like the hardest job in the world. And Taryn looked at me and was like, well, babe, it's not a real kitchen. This is a television show. They're not real, and they're actors. And
I loved that.
So
I thought that
funny.
was funny. I was really proud of myself.
It was.
I
Really
love making you laugh.
It was really silly. I loved it.
Yeah, I love making you laugh. It's so fun.
Hi, Reagan.
Who's here? Hi, Rigo.
The way she just came strutting
Hey,
in
girl,
here.
come
I wish
here.
we had a camera facing like the door for every
Come
time.
up here,
the dogs
mama.
come in. You come join us,
Come
baby.
up here, mama.
And then another cute little human moment we had while we were still at Bub's, but the different time. There was this little baby. She was so freaking cute,
Oh,
and
yeah,
you
she
could
was
tell
cute.
she like just learned that waving gets like waves back, and like people love that. So she's like waving nonstop, smiling at us. The cutest thing ever. And the dad holding her was like, oh my God, are you flirting to the little girl? And I was
that
like,
was so
that's
cute.
so cute, because people never normally, it's always like a little boy, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, he's such a flirt.
Yeah. Oh, he liked the pretty girls.
And
all
normally
that.
that kind of comment creeps me out, because I'm like, it's a fucking baby. Like, they're not flirting. Like, that's such
He's
a
literally like, mama.
yeah, I'm like, that's the weirdest comment. Like, oh my God, he loves the ladies. I'm like, it always makes me nauseous when people say that.
But the fact that it was a little girl. You're like, honestly, vibe. She
Well-
was flirting. She winked at me.
I just was like, oh my God, that's like so cute that any little kid could flirt with any, like a little boy could flirt with boy. Like, it was just like a cute thing of
Yeah.
like, we all say, I'm sure we'll say it when we have babies. We're like,
Yeah.
I want a little flirt. Like, it's so gross, but everyone does it. But I was like, that's really funny that he said that
Yeah.
to us.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I did think that was really cute.
it just like balanced the world out to me. I felt like a little equilibrium shift there
Yeah.
for a minute. It was really nice.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, something about it felt very safe. We keep
Yeah.
going to this breakfast place called Bub's,
Ugh.
Bub and Grandma's.
Yeah.
I know you don't like when I share specifics of where we are. Well, we're not. Who knows?
We're
when
not
you're
there right now.
Fair. But we keep going to this place, and it is like heaven of babies.
Oh
Baby
my God.
heaven.
Because it's such
Not
a
like they're dead, but
it's-
like good vibe heaven.
it's such a family area, and we go so early that it's just like all these little kids.
It's like cool families, cool
the
parents.
coolest.
And
Oh,
that, I really have felt connected to LA in cold weather fashion lately.
yeah.
I feel like it's very my energy
It's been
in that it's like
vibey.
no energy.
It's so much energy. The most effortless outfits take the most work. Everyone has such a personal style.
I
It's
know.
so much more than just like a throw on a little jacket thing.
I'm
Like,
just
everyone
like-
has so much personal style.
Like if I wore this hoodie, if I wore a hoodie like this with like a big jacket over it and like loungy jeans,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone's wearing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I was in New York, I'd look like a fucking trash rat.
I just
You
think
know.
that's like the style right now. It's
I know,
the
but I love it.
eclectic grandpa vibe. It's really good. And all these parents
Electric grandpa.
like, it's just so cool. I'm like, oh, I love you all. I want to be you. I can't wait to come here
Yeah.
with our little babies.
Yep.
I feel like we're them, but we're not. I'm like, oh, we're not them yet, but
That'll be us someday.
it will be us. In a different topic, cooking gives me a god complex. Couldn't even say it.
Gobble complex.
Cooking gives me a god complex.
Yeah, you.
I feel
Yeah.
better than everyone.
Yeah.
I feel like no one does it.
Sorry, I need to make sure I'm not having a heart attack. Okay, just
Ooh.
text.
We've been cooking so much. The other day, our stove gave out. We have to get a new one. And we are going to make soup, like homemade, blended up, fancy soup.
Yeah.
So we ended up doing it on our grill.
We grilled soup.
And I'm just like, I was out there like stirring it. We have like little headlights on because it's dark out. And I just felt better than everybody. And then I realized I just feel better than old me, because most people do actually cook
Yeah,
most days.
I think
but
everyone's cooking.
We don't.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was like, no one does this. I felt like when you wake up at like 6 a.m. or
Yeah.
you like go for a run
100%.
and you're like, I'm better than everybody.
Yeah, it feels like I don't even have to post about this to know that I'm still better. Like, when you like tell that people
No
are
one
like,
needs to know.
I'm at the gym at 7 a.m. and I'm, whatever. It's like they're doing it to do it. It's like,
no, I don't. This is for me.
I just cooked. It's for me.
yeah.
It's for me.
And we're like not drinking this month, so I also
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, I'm sober. I'm cooking. I'm so much better than everybody.
I love that. I like to think that you're having those thoughts about yourself
It
while
was
I'm
fun.
changing my bio to hot dog joint.
Oh, I had another
Funny,
feeling this morning that I think you'll be really happy to hear.
Another feeling.
Like that.
What
Like I
could
liked
this be?
myself.
Oh my God, hit me.
Yeah. The shock in the fact that I had a thought that was like positive towards myself.
No, like hit me.
I finished
Slap
my
me
makeup
right
and
now.
I was like,
slap me.
I look gorgeous. I was like, my makeup? Well, I did say my makeup looks like at first I didn't say it about myself. I was like, oh my God, my makeup looks so good. And then I went, no, you look so good.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then 5 minutes later I had a negative thought about myself and how I look. So that kind of like counteracted. But I did have the thought. I was like, you look good.
Wow, honey.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for you.
I thought you'd like it.
I had a positive thought about myself yesterday.
Hold on. I was actually hoping that you would say that I looked pretty so I could go, you know what? I know. But you never said it.
I'm sorry I didn't say it this morning. Don't
It's
say
okay.
I never said it like I never say it. I say it all the time.
I didn't say you never say it. Don't change what I said. I didn't say you never say it. I said, but you never said it.
She's bullying
I
me.
was
I'm
waiting
just a
for you to
little
say
girl.
it, and you never said it. That
I'm
is
just a little girl.
That's accurate.
Just a little girl. I can't handle confrontation today.
Okay, what was your positive thought about yourself?
Well, I started my new freelance gig yesterday.
Yeah.
And
As a writer,
it's more
just to throw it
brand
out there.
marketing.
As a writer,
social,
she's a copywriter, writer,
regardless.
not a hot dog joint,
I started my new
but I would like a hot dog.
freelance role as a hot dog joint. And
Do you have vegan hot dogs?
no.
Okay, well, fuck this.
Whoa.
Go back to writer.
But I was like on a bunch of calls yesterday,
Yeah.
and I felt like my presence was really giving.
Oh.
Like I was
You felt important.
I felt not important, but I just felt like useful.
Yeah.
And like my little tidbits and thoughts.
Yeah.
I was like, if I worked at this place and a new person just came in, I'd be like, this person's coming in guns firing.
Yeah. You'd be like,
I'd be like, she's got her head screwed on tight.
she's a writer.
She's like, not, well, no.
Oof.
She's got her head screwed on tight.
Oof.
Back to that. Now this bitch is a hot dog joint. That's what they would have said.
That's one hot dog.
Oh, this bitch.
Well, good. I'm glad you're feeling. I feel like you've been missing that sense. You
Yeah.
haven't been like working, and
Yes,
you've been like. I think you thrive on that.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
Yes,
best
ma'am.
hot dog joint in town.
From one hot dog joint to another.
I'm not a hot dog joint. Don't label me that. I just want to briefly touch on because everyone's been talking about it. I'm like sick of talking about it. But so we know that Joe Coy bombed hosting.
Yeah.
But then I had no idea Chelsea Handler was hosting like the next day.
Yeah.
And she
Ripped him a newbie.
No, but she was amazing. Even she did like hint at stuff. Like she was like, everyone laughed and she's like, oh, I'm glad you like that joke. My writers wrote it.
Yeah.
Like she definitely like made fun of him. However, how satisfied do you think she was? Like for anyone who doesn't know, they're exes.
Yeah.
They dated.
He worked on her show for a long time.
Yeah. And then they dated, which it's like he worked on her show. He's always been below her.
Always.
Probably in bed too. But
Did you know that I was obsessed with Chelsea Handler growing up?
so was I. We've talked about this.
Really?
Chelsea lately.
Did you read her books?
I didn't.
I read her books,
Oh yeah, I thought I'd like that.
which honestly, looking back, I know it was during high school
Yeah.
that I was obsessed with her and I would watch all the
they
Chelsea
were, like,
Latelys.
Raunchy.
They were raunchy.
And you as your little like Christian girly.
I know. I'm
That's
like,
insane.
wait a sec.
Yeah, I loved her so much. But I just think like how satisfying that you got to like make a little dig at your ex.
Yeah.
And everyone's like praising how great you were. And
Yeah.
they bombed. Like I'm sure if you asked her, she would like make a joke about it and be respectful. But I know inside, no, she'd actually probably say it how
She'd
it was.
probably say it. She'd
Yeah,
probably
she'd be like, I felt fucking amazing.
yeah. Do you want to take a dig at any of your exes right now? Just while the floor's open?
Not publicly.
Turn these cameras off. Let's chat. Just kidding.
I did have a thought the other day, but I'll share that.
Ooh.
um,
Your brain is on one lately.
Yeah. Okay. Another quick little note. I wrote down bad kissers.
Whoa.
Because there was a picture of Emily Ratajkowski.
Mm-hmm.
Every picture I see of her, gobble. It's like,
What does that mean?
like-
when she's kissing.
yes.
Oh my God.
And
I
I don't know if it's like a PDA, like PR stunt, which because she does that all the time with whoever she's with, where I'm like, okay, is she trying to get us to say this? But she's always like eating the person's face. And I feel like on Love Island, there's always contestants who do this.
Yeah.
And I just think I'd be so embarrassed.
Why are there so many pictures of her kissing people?
It's her thing. I don't know.
Who's
She's
she
always
kissing?
doing like pap walks. I don't know. She's like a new guy right now. But like she's
and
always
it's giving
like,
gobble?
gobble, gobble, gobble.
Show me. What do you mean?
Okay.
You don't have to show me a picture, but I mean show me physically with her face right now. Oh.
Like eating them. Emily.
I mean,
Rada.
she's pretty.
Kissing.
I'd be gobbled.
She's gorgeous.
That would've
like
been a fun gobble.
I'm sure they're not upset about it.
Oh my God.
Like look where her
that is so
look
much.
Why does that look like Kanye? It's not.
It does. No.
Look
that
where
is,
her like his beard looks lower, but
Wait.
like that's his chin. She's eating his chin.
No, honey, that is 10x worse than I was expecting.
I'm like, is that why she's so beautiful? Oh my God, who is that?
Is that why she's so beautiful?
Yeah, she's sucking the souls out of the men that she's kissing.
Oh, he is gorgeous.
Right?
Oh, you know what?
I mean, he looks stoked about being gobbled up, which again, it's Emrata. I would be too.
They have like wine glasses out on the street of New York.
Oh my God, I want to hang out with them.
No.
But then this like super cute normal kiss.
Yeah, she just goes wild. Her like jaw dislocates.
That looks painful.
She looks like she is literally in a scary movie being like, oh, and he's going to be lifeless after.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm like, is she sucking his pretty out?
Literally.
I don't know. It just freaks me out. And I'm like, okay.
This
they're in Paris. That's why they have wine on the streets.
I heard it.
Okay, my last little point I want to share is I saw a TikTok and this girl was saying that the internet used to be an escape from reality, and now reality is escape from the internet, and that was soul crushing.
Whoa.
Yeah, because think about it, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go on like a digital cleanse, and you like leave your phone behind for a minute. Like we take breaks from the internet now. And it used to be like we would escape,
horrible.
like we used to have one computer in our house and you had to like fight with your siblings to have your hour of time and pop into chat rooms. And then it also had a picture of like the big setups that most families had of like, it was like the big wooden thing. You had your computer. It was like the CDs above.
Yep.
And now it's like, and you would like schedule your time and go on and you would like set away messages because you would go away.
And you'd play The Sims.
Yeah. And now we have to like schedule time to leave the internet.
That's so dark.
I know. It was very like Ready Player One vibes.
It's very like, we've gotten this wrong vibes.
Yeah. And remember at the end of Ready Player One, they set rules that the internet thing is like down on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah. I
kind of almost want to implement that for myself. Like
that'd be great.
Days. I know it's hard whenever it's literally my job to be online.
Yeah.
But I don't need to be on every day.
Could we do that like as a family as we like start to have kids and stuff where it's like
no internet days.
No internet.
Yeah.
Unless it's like the group activity involves the internet. Like we're all Googling something or we're playing
I mean, you can check something, but it's like, it doesn't need to be so precious, but it's like no scrolling today. Like if I have a work deadline and they're like, we really want to post on this day, that's okay. But I don't know. I think I want to not make it that I don't know when I'm on or not on.
There's like studies that say that even the presence of a phone
at dinner
like makes people feel way less safe and heard and known, and like
the presence of your watch does that to me. I hate it.
Yeah, honestly, if it didn't have heart tracking things, I would never wear it.
I totally get it, but it's like, it's even though you're wearing it for the heart stuff, you won't not check it. If you get a text, you're doing it, you're scrolling, you're checking, and that's not a heart thing, but it's on there and you're feeling it, so you're gonna look.
Yeah, I should figure out how to turn off vibrate for texts.
Yeah,
so that the only time it vibrates is for heart things.
I like, even we were cuddling last night and it was like voo, 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 and I was like, this is so distracting.
Yeah, okay, I'll work on that.
It's so bad. It's not a you thing. I'm saying like we all do it. I'm not saying like you need to fix this.
Yeah,
but it's just so bad. We are on our phones too much.
Sorry, brother.
That's all right, man. I love you.
I love you too.
Anything else you want to share? Should I hop into some juicy gossip stories?
Thank you for running this epi today. I'm feeling just,
It's okay. I had so many notes this week. Yeah. I've been like so many times, and I hate doing the like, oh, I'll tell her on the pod. So,
but I appreciate it.
But like, it's really fun because most of my day when we're not together and I'm up here like working or doing stuff or cleaning, I will think of stuff and then I never share it with you. What?
Most of my day when I'm cleaning, working.
What? I'm like, we're not together all day. We're in the house together, but I'm not like coming downstairs or texting you like, here's my thought.
Yeah.
So it's been really fun for me instead of like when we're hanging out and I'm like, oh, I want to share this. And then I'll save it for the pod. When we're in person, I typically tell you.
Yeah.
Except for like the noticing of people like think, well, I guess we did talk about that. Yeah. I just like the things that I think of on my own, I'll like write it down.
I love
where I
that.
normally wouldn't get to tell you.
Good.
I love you.
And I normally do write things down, but this week I'm just not.
Hard week, bobbers.
Hard month. I need
Hard
to get out of this.
It's okay.
Mr. Brain, be nice.
Yeah. Be nice in there to my writer wifey.
No.
My hot dog joint wifey.
Hit me with a goss.
I hate the
What's
term
going
wifey.
on with
I'm
our
so
peepees?
sorry I said that out loud.
What's going down?
I also want to thank y'all for sending in stories. We have said to you guys, you don't just have to send us in like relationship stuff or whatever.
We love that too.
We love that too, but we wanted to open the floor to send us like any fun gossip story you have, and you guys delivered.
Oh.
I have two. We'll see if we get through both of them. So let me go.
Okay.
Hey, Cam and Taryn. So
Hi.
you asked for a little robbery drama. So here it is.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. I'm a middle school teacher and I got my wallet stolen. We had just come back from a field trip and I had a backpack with first aid kit, meds, and teachery things along with my wallet.
Fucking a vibe, all that she's carrying.
I went to the nurse to return student meds, so I still had my backpack. Then I took my class outside for recess in the courtyard of the school. I'd been carrying around this backpack all day, so I put it down. When it came time to go back inside, I totally forgot about my backpack. An hour later, it dawned on me that I left it outside. Well, it was gone.
Oh.
I went to our principal's office and told her, and we watched footage and found the culprit. Not a very sneaky thief. What an idiot. I mean, they're in middle school. Of course they're idiots.
It's a kid?
It's a kid. The kid used all my cards and DoorDashed Wendy's. Aww. Which reminded me when I got my stuff stolen in New York, they went and got like hundreds of dollars of Dunkin' Donuts, which I was like, I kind of respect it.
Vibes though. Oh
Yeah.
my God. No, this poor baby's like, I want a Frosty.
Probably bought like Wendy's for all their friends too.
Dude.
So
Like, it's Mrs. Pataki's cards.
this is Pataki. I had to cancel all the cards and get a new ID. Which sucks. You found the culprit. Like, can't you just get your ID back at least? That's so annoying to get a new ID.
Dude, you don't even need the footage. Just look for the little guy with the Frosty on his lip.
Little milk mustache. Smells like French fries.
Ask for a fry, move on.
Be like, you need to give me your fries right now.
I need a fry in my
and I'll
ID.
let it go. The best part is I couldn't tell my wife the whole truth. The fact that I forgot and left my bag outside because she gives me a hard time for having a bad memory.
Oh my God.
And I had two other unfortunate incidents weeks prior. First, I lost my passport because I accidentally had it in my purse when going out and got a little too silly and it fell out without me knowing. And when combining bank accounts, we found out someone had used all my info to open a fake account.
Oh my God.
All is sorted out now, but these few weeks were stressful. I learned a few things along the way, like locking my credit and such. I don't wish this upon anyone except maybe on the little thief out there. Okay, bye.
Dude, great story.
That is just so funny. And like not being able to tell your wife because they're like, I told you to stop doing this.
100%. That's me in another realm. Like, I forget shit all the time, but I never get to the point of actually losing it.
Never.
It's just misplaced for like a while.
Yeah. That's why I never, when you like, you kind of panic every time you're missing something. I think I don't panic for two reasons. One,
I'm calm, cool, collected.
No, one, because you always end up finding it. So I'm like expecting to find it. And two, misplacing something or losing something is so stressful already. Like it does not help when someone's like, oh, I told you so.
Yeah.
And I do think it's one of those traits that you actually cannot help.
Yeah.
I'm not like that. I don't really typically lose stuff, but I do kind of feel like it's a personality trait. And you can try to be more careful and you can implement things, but I think when you're like that, you're just like that.
I think I've been like this for many years.
And I think you do really well with it.
I think so too.
Like,
it's not like something that I would die to change because it's like,
it always comes up.
I never really lose things.
Totally.
Like, when's the last time I've lost something?
Yeah. I don't remember you actually losing anything.
Our friend, we went to New York like 6 months ago or something. And our friend lost her wallet. And she lost it at some point when we were biking.
Yeah.
And we didn't know where we were.
And
we
it
were
was
in Brooklyn
like
or
2 in the
something.
morning.
Yeah. And we searched. It was actually really fun.
It was so
thinking
fun.
back. I'm
Well,
like,
we were riding bikes from Brooklyn all the way back to where were we staying?
Manhattan,
The Lower East Side.
Yeah.
So it was like a far ride already that we were like, but we were loving biking in New York with our group of like LA friends that don't get to do it. So we biked like, it took an hour to get back.
Yeah.
And then we searched for an hour.
That feeling of biking back across the bridge, the Brooklyn Bridge, is the answer to one of the questions I have on the card deck that I'm making is like, when's the last time that you were like, I can't believe I'm here right now?
Oh,
like,
I love that.
That feeling of being like 3 a.m.
Little
wind
tipsy.
in my hair, tipsy. Like we just searched.
It was
for
like
shit.
summer. It was like perfect temperature.
I felt
with
so
your
like,
friends.
whoa.
It's like the adult
I'm with
version
my
of
wife
like,
and my best friends. Like this couldn't get better.
Yeah. It felt like we were like in the Sandlot.
Yeah.
Like it's like the sun already set. We're supposed to be home.
Yes.
Our parents are calling us.
Yes.
But with like the adult version.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah, I loved it.
I have another
Sweet.
story.
Hit it. Yeah,
we
yeah.
can do it?
Go.
Okay, because I think you're gonna love this one. We got a little family drama. We got a little
Ooh.
cousin drama. I know you love that.
Are they
Ready?
hooking up?
We have a little. Well, let's see. Hey, moms, you said you wanted some juicy gossip, and being a good small towner, I got you.
Thank you.
I have an uncle. Let's call him Ivan.
Mm-hmm.
He's my mom's older brother.
Can I just tell you, Uncle Ivan? It's giving the creeps already.
Yeah. I also have a cousin. Let's call her Corinne.
Ooh.
She's my dad's cousin. So we got mom's side, dad's side. Can you see where this is headed? No, you can't.
Ooh.
I love the way this is
Ivan,
written.
Uncle Ivan's one side and cousin Corinne
Uncle
is the other.
Ivan is mom's older brother.
Yes.
So mom's side is Ivan. Then we have cousin on dad's side.
Got it.
So not blood related.
Ooh, they going off hook.
Being from a small town, everyone knows each other. Everyone was a part of the same small group growing up. You know the drill.
I honestly don't know the drill,
I know
and
you
I
don't.
want to.
Yeah.
Did
But
you
can-
feel that?
Not really.
Yeah.
Kind of, but not this intensely. But you can
Ooh, I
know
want
the
that.
drill. You know the vibe.
Yeah.
When they were still young, Uncle Ivan met Lucy, whom he later married and had 2 kids with.
Mm-hmm.
Around the same time, they were 18 to 20-ish, my whole family used to do a yearly trip to the beach with some other friends.
Oh boy.
One of them being cousin Corinne. Also, would you say Karen or Corinne?
That's
Wait,
giving Corinne.
That's what I thought too.
Corinne's also just so much more fun.
I mean, they're fake names, so I was like, I'll do Corinne. Things were sus, to say the least. She would stand too close. This is cousin Corinne. Little touches here and there. I heard from my aunts that she even friendly sat on his lap once. One day, Aunt Lucy had to go to the bathroom, and the only toilet available in the beach house was in one of the suites.
Was on Uncle Ivan's lap.
Lucy's not the one hooking up with Ivan.
Oh.
When she opened the door of the room, she found a very messy Uncle Ivan and a cousin Corinne chatting. From that day on, she knew something was up.
Oh my
but
God.
Every time she would tell anyone her suspicions, they would call her crazy. Years went by. They got married, had kids. The kids grew up and had their own kids. But Aunt Lucy always knew that in the back of her mind, because she knew what she saw. And she knew things were still happening. So she thinks they're still hooking up.
Okay. Amazing.
Years later. But she needed proof because for the past 30 years, no one had once believed her. I love Aunt Lucy's commitment.
30.
This is you. You would
This
be
is
so
100%.
committed.
I hope my uncle and cousin start hooking up.
I
That's
mentioned we're
awesome.
from a small town, the kind of place where people have very limited knowledge about technology. But that didn't stop Aunt Lucy from putting hidden microphones on Uncle Ivan's car. And don't ask me how.
Wait, that escalated so fast.
And don't ask me how, but she also managed to put them on their friend's house, the house where Uncle Ivan and cousin Corinne would have their sweet little rendezvous.
Ew, she listened to them have sex.
She finally had the proof she needed. So I'm guessing, yeah. But I have like questions of how she knew that they were having the rendezvous at the friend's house. Did she have suspicions or did she put hidden cameras in everyone's homes? She was like, I'm just going to get 100 cameras. No one's safe. I'm going to find you two.
Bro, Lucy's my girl
Lucy
right
should
now.
be a detective. Like, sign this bitch
God,
up.
I love that.
It came as a shock to the entire family because
my
all
God.
this time, everyone truly thought she was seeing things. But how could they deny those disturbing audios? Oh God,
Lucy, my guy.
Drop the tapes. I want to hear the tapes.
Send us the tapes. But wait, that's honestly kooky that she played them for the family. Like, I don't want to hear my listen. I love the thought of my uncle and my cousin fucking, but
you'd be so jealous.
I would be. But the fact that the audio is being played for the family at like the local get together, is a lot.
Yeah, the whole family stuck to Aunt Lucy's side. This was the talk of the town. Oh, they like told everyone. They even took Corinne's husband to a faraway cottage in the woods to tell him the news because they were afraid of his reaction.
That's hilarious.
Oh, another important point.
Not them locking him up.
I know. Another important point. My family and special Uncle Ivan are huge Republicans.
Oh.
Cousin Corinne and her part of the family are huge Democrats.
Okay, hot.
Yeah, it's like a Romeo and Juliet.
Oh my God, they can't be together for many reasons.
Yeah.
Familial and political.
That day, a new political battle was settled.
Oh.
4 years later, we had mayor elections and the town got divided in two. Uncle Ivan's side, who was running for mayor, and cousin Corinne's side, who wasn't running, but was the working head behind the whole operation.
Wait, I'm loving.
I know. They found a way to turn a political election into a ex-lovers fight.
Oh my God. Who won?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I'm sorry they didn't tell me. All of this happened in 2018, and to this day, there's a huge rivalry among my dad's side of the family and my mom's side of the family. And this, my friends, is a thing about illicit affairs. Hope you enjoyed it.
Okay, wait. Please, Pee-Pee that sent this story in, would you clarify? We don't need to share, but just to us, the questions that I have open are...
Lay them out.
What's everyone's full name?
No.
Just kidding.
Can you send the audio files?
No, wait, I did actually have a question. That's how crazy my brain is. Who won the
election?
Who won the election? No, but then I had something else.
I don't know.
Are they still with their people that they were cheating?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Also, are your parents together? Because it's mom's side and dad's side. But who are mom and dad on? Like, what side are they on? Because as they're married, is that complicated? Or are they divorced?
The one thing I'd like to point out is it seems that everyone has stayed on the side of Aunt Sandy or whatever her name is.
Lucy, the one who found it all out.
100%.
No one thought it was crazy. Well, because she's going, I see canoodling.
Yeah.
None of y'all believe me. So I think they felt bad. It's like if you go through your partner's phone and you find something, you don't have to apologize for going through the phone because you were right.
Yeah, 100%.
That's my opinion.
But all I'm saying is I think we should all have someone in the family that does the sleuthing.
You have to.
And no one can be mad at them.
No.
It's illegal to be mad at them.
She was right. It's like, is it illegal to put hidden cameras in people's homes?
Maybe not in that state.
But what are they going to say? I think it always might be.
Maybe not.
But also, what are you going to say? What are you going to say?
I hope that whoever ran for mayor in this election was wanting to overturn any laws that say that you can't have hidden cameras in them.
Totally. Maybe that's what the whole mayor election was about.
Dude, thinking about like the family potluck where they're listening to uncle and cousin, like
Aunt Lucy whips out a computer.
Vibe
I have something to play for you. And it's like, oh, Ivan.
Uncle Ivan. I don't know why.
Uncle Ivan. I don't know where y'all are from, but in my head, it's Kentucky. I read that, but I didn't read it. It's like my head felt that.
It's giving Missouri.
Okay.
For me.
Okay, I want to know where you are. I want to know who won the elections. I want to know if your parents are together or not, whose side they're on, and if Ivan and Corinne are still with their previous partners.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
Love you.
That'll do it. Love you too. Sorry for my lack of any this epi. But we are thankful that you've joined us for another episode of Staying Up.
Very thankful.
I'm thankful that you married me and that you like me. And you are too, right?
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Great. And if anyone wants to visit my hot dog joint.
Oh, my God. Guys, sweet dreams.
We love you.
You're okay, baby.
Thanks for staying up.
Bye.